of the year for Michigan. From the 45-yard line, the ball is handed off to Chris Howard. It is second down, 11. The ball is thrown to the outside to Chris Howard. Howard gets it up across the line of scrimmage all right, but then takes a wicked lick from Antoine Winfield. But here they come to what they don't want to do. They're in third and long, 3rd and 8. The pass is away. The pass is incomplete. It was on the hands of the tight end Jeremy Tuman, but Gary Berry hit him a solid lick just as the ball arrived. Jason Benson gets a high-hanging kick away, averaging just under 40. It hits at the 5 and bounds into the end zone. Ohio State will possess the ball out at the 20 for their first snap on offense. So Jermaine stands on the sideline as usual. Stanley Jackson is in to take the first snap of the ball game for the Buckeyes, and he drops back to show pass. And will pull it down and take off for 2 yards. He was looking around. He looked for Boston. Boston deep. He was not available. It is second down and 8. Jackson rolling to the left. Steals after him. He got a block around the corner, and he is quick to pull it down and take off, and that's the dimension that worries every defensive team. And he is about 2 yards short of his first down. It is 3rd and 2 from the 28-yard line. Trying to, and now calls timeout. Things were not in place the way he wanted, so rather than take a chance on 3rd and 2, he calls a timeout. Ohio State, with the play clock clicking down, Stanley Jackson called time. They've got the play set now, and the people they want for the play. And so here is 3rd and 2. No score in the early going at Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. Jackson hands it inside. Play is big. Pepe Pearson blows it all the way to the 45-yard line.
3rd and short. Big first down.
The well-advertised wideouts yet to see the ball. Pepe Pearson has come into a wide position, and Jackson back looking around, has time and throws, and blocked by David Boston. Let's check with our colleague Lynn Swan about field conditions.
Well, Keith, all things considered, the fact that Michigan hasn't been on this field for 3 weeks, it's actually in terrible condition. It's hard because it was frozen. There's a hole in the middle of the field. It looks like you could drive a Jeep into and park it for a week.
All right, Swanee, second down and 10. Blitz coming. Doesn't work. They got it off. Gave it to Keller. Jackson felt the blitz, saw the blitz, took the blow, but handed the ball to his fullback and was slow to get up, but Keller saved the day. 3rd down and 8. Shotgun for Ohio State. They flush him. He's dangerous outside, but he won't get his first down.
Well, there was nobody open downfield, Keith, and this is the extra dimension that Stanley brings. Here's a look at Boston and Woodson on the outside. He's just standing there. Now they're fighting. They were saying some stuff early in the week. Boston said it, and then Woodson back at him. They're just getting some frustration, and it's good that they get rid of that early in the game.
It's amazing, though, it didn't get a flag.
Yeah, exactly. Settle down and play football.
Bartholomew is the punter for Ohio State, and a good one. He's averaging better than 45 yards per punt. Charles Woodson is waiting for it. That's a high, long kick that goes into the end zone. So it'll go in the books at 49 yards. The clock shows 10:33 to play first quarter. First down for Michigan. Woodson is the man in motion. He's in on offense. And Greasy rolls the other way. Turns it inside, and Brian picks up close to 5 yards. Jerry Rudzinski tripped him as he made his cut. And I think you've already seen they will put a hat on you. So both defenses will go searching a lot today. Chris Floyd, number 7, carried on that last play, and the noise you heard was Floyd colliding with Katzenmoyer. They'll see each other a lot this afternoon. It is 3rd down and 3. Swing it out. It's Howard slipping and falling at the 25. The punter, Vincent, is in. His first kick was 53 yards. This is number 2. get a little pressure on him. He doesn't get all of it this time. It's going to be a good field position for Ohio State as David Boston does not fair catch it, makes the catch at the 41, and they stick his ear right in the ground. Just outside the 41, there's movement along the front, and it draws a double handful of flags. Jim Kimmerling is the referee. He's a good one.
Ball, false start on the offense. 5 yards, first down.
Woodson comes over to cover Boston. Look at him right in the eye at the top of your picture. He didn't chuck it. Didn't have to. It's a running play. James Hall, number 56, slashes in there to get Stanley Jackson. And here's Swanee again.
Well, Keith, you know, in big ball games, sometimes in the first couple of series, you're a little uptight and nervous, and I think David Boston is just a little bit nervous in this ball game. He drops a pass that he would never drop in the course of this season. And one of the things he did as soon as he dropped the pass, the next third down situation came along, he ripped off the gloves, threw them off, and said, I don't need these. All right, as soon as he settles down, you're going to see a lot better play from all of them, including David Boston, Keith.
He's on the near side now with Weathers covering him. They throw it short underneath to the big tight end, John Lumpkin, and big is correct, 6'8", 260. It's 3rd and 5 now, and he's back to throw again. Looks for Boston, lets it go the other way, and it will be a first down for Dee Miller. Dee Miller working against Andre Weathers, and he caught the ball, reached, and got the first down. Marcus Ray comes up along the line of scrimmage, picks up a man there. They go the other way for Boston, and it's too deep. And Boston had actually broken free from Woodson and had him by about 2 steps. 2nd down and 10 from the 46. This is Pearson. And Pepe slashing through the left side. Keller is hit in the backfield by number 93, Sam Sword. And he's going to try to pooch it down there and kill it deep. It's a tail dragger, though. If they let it hit, it'll go into the end zone. Kevin Griffin was down there, but just could not get a piece of it and stop it. Buckeyes show 5 men up front. Give the ball to Chris Howard, and Howard gets 3 yards. Damon Moore, number 13, strong safety, gets up there in a hurry, and he was there involved in that one. High Streets way wide to the top of the picture. Greasy throws underneath to Howard. Howard going to the sidelines. It's 3rd down and 2 now for Michigan. Little short pass thrown hard. Trying to get it to Charles Woodson. All right, Benson is in for his 3rd punt. And that's going to be accepted at the 40-yard line by Boston. He's hit down at the 43-yard line. And it's Aaron Shea for the 2nd time making the tackle. Stanley Jackson continues as the quarterback. Give the ball to Pepe Pearson. And Pearson, who's had a couple of good runs, and that field's starting to break up a little bit now as these running backs make their cuts. Woodson and Boston squared off on the near sideline. Jackson looked for Boston, comes back to look for him again. He's got all day, and finally Sweat goes after him, and the pass is completed to Dee Miller for a first down. It's first down for the Buckeyes at the Michigan 45. The pressure being put on now by Ohio State from good field position. And it is Pepe Pearson slashing up the middle. 2nd down and 3. This is Pearson again. That's another first down. He's belted out of bounds by Tommy Hendricks, but moved the chains. First down Buckeyes at the Michigan 33. Jackson dropped it. Lynn Steele covers the ball.
The fullback grabbed it out of Stanley's hands. The Buckeyes have lost more fumbles, 17, than any team in the Big Ten this year.
And yet they're ranked 4th in the nation. On first down from the 43-yard line, it is Chris Howard. And there isn't any daylight there. Joe Blitz coming. Greasy steps away, gets his pass off. It is caught by Jeremy Truman, the tight end. That's a heck of a catch by Truman. Wow.
they've been 3 and out the first 3 possessions.
This is the first down. It is at the Ohio State 39-yard line. That was Kevin Johnson that almost got the sack. And they go back inside with a run. Chris Howard, and again, there's just nothing there. He'll get 2 yards on that carry.
Here they come.
Thomas is the running back. He's at the top of the picture, probably the hot pass. Greasy sack taken down by number 1, Gary Berry. 3rd down and 16. Time about gone in this first quarter. Greasy's pass bounce, penalty flag thrown right at the point where the pass was released, and it's almost surely going to be a holding call against Michigan, because he threw it right at big old Jeff Backus.
3rd and, what is it, 35? 34. 3rd and 34. You call your own play.
Thomas, the back in motion, throw it out there to him. Here he comes back on the inside. Can't break that first tackle. Jason Benson in for his 4th kick of the day. His first one was the best. The other 2 have been 35 and 33. And waiting for it is David Boston for Ohio State. Damon Moore drops back to block for him, give him a little help, a little convoy up the field. They're going to try to chuck the speedsters up, keep them away from him, so you'll have a chance to catch it, but there's going to be pretty good coverage here, and he's going to leave it go. It's short, and now it starts to roll back up the field, and there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding call goes against Ohio State.
It looks as though after 3 possessions that Joe Germain's going to get this series.
Well, Stanley Jackson played the first quarter, and Germain comes on to start the second, and Ohio State will have the football, first down at their own 17-yard line.
The difference is, for Michigan defensively, not as much threat of scrambling around and running around, but Germain is a pinpoint passer. He is outstanding.
And he's throwing on first down. And it is incomplete. Intended for David Boston. Andre Weathers just went up over the top and slapped the ball out. 2nd down and 10. Wisniewski, the tight end, is moving. And the ball is given to Pearson. And Pearson will get it out to about the 20-yard line for 3 yards. Out of the shotgun, Germain with a little extra time lets it go down the sidelines, and D. Miller was held up over there by Weathers and had no chance. And so in the first possession with Germain at quarterback, it's 3 and out. And it's punting time for Bartholomew. Brent has 2 kicks so far, 49 and 38. Charles Woodson is waiting. Michigan should get its best field position out of this reception. But this Bartholomew is
He's a weapon.
Oh, my goodness. Back to the 22-yard line goes Woodson, and now he's tracked down and tackled at about the 28-yard line by Kevin Griffin. But boom, he puts him back there. Punter is very, very important in field position for these kind of football teams. This is Chris Floyd, and he's up to the 35.
First quarter numbers, Michigan didn't do a lot, only 1 first down, 4 rushing yards in the first quarter for Michigan. Michigan has been a slow starting offensive team, Keith. They score their biggest quarter of the year has been second quarter.
2nd down and 3. This is Howard. He got past the people in the middle, and then Berry comes up out of the secondary and popped him. Rudzinski got his legs. But it was Gary Berry, who knocked him back from the first down stake and may have prevented him from picking up the first down.
I've said it before this year. I've been impressed with this Ohio State defense, Keith. They lost 8 starters off that team from last year. This is what they've done recently since Penn State 5 games ago. But they have plugged in new guys at defensive secondary with 3 new starters. They all can cover and they all tackle.
Streets and Shaw now with motion wind up together at the bottom of the picture. Greasy back looking for him. Lets it go. He's got Shaw out there. And it is almost intercepted by Antoine Winfield.
It's a great play by Winfield.
2nd down and 10. back to Howard. Howard is turned upside down by Antoine Winfield. Moyer missed him. Greasy stepped away. The pass is dumped off to Thomas. And Anthony Thomas will pick up a Michigan first down at the Ohio State 41-yard line before Winfield knocks him out of bounds. 11:40 to go in the first half. It's becoming the Antoine Winfield show. This is Floyd. Chris Floyd, waging in the middle, picks up about 4 yards. Budzinski, number 35, is a linebacker from Centerville, Ohio, making that tackle.
These two teams defensively, Keith, are 1 and 2 in the nation in scoring and in pass coverage, pass defense. They don't take many prisoners.
From the 37, second down. And it was Thomas. Third down and 6. Passes away, and it's off the hands of Aaron Shea. And Shea takes a wicked lick from number 13, Damon Moore. Fourth down, here's the punter, Jason Benson, his 5th of the day. It's a very, very high kick that should be caught at about the 14-yard line and is by Gary Berry. All right, at 10:16 to go in the first half. No score. Michigan, Ohio State. Buckeyes back to the offense now with Joe Germain, first down at his 15-yard line. Michael Wiley is the tailback. Germain will throw it. He won't either. He is caught behind the line of scrimmage by Glenn Steele, number 81, who got him by the shirt tail, and then it was Williams who put him down. Second down, 11 now for the Buckeyes, and they go to a shotgun to give Germain a little more room and time. Pass is out, completed to Wiley out of the backfield, and Wiley will go down about the 20-yard line. Kenyon Rambo, number 4, has come on the field for Ohio State. He is a burner at an outside position. David Boston has been pretty quiet so far today. He's been involved in a lot of scuffling, but so far not much. That's a great move by Germain to get loose, and then he throws it away. He had Wiley on this side, but he made a great move to escape. And here's the punt by Bartholomew, his 4th of the day. It's another good one. Woodson back inside the 30. Trying to get a little help on that side. There were 2 people over there, but he couldn't effectively get to them and get behind them. And so a 51-yard punt and an 8-yard return. First down from the 38-yard line for Michigan. 8:28 to go in a scoreless ball game in the first half. Greasy's pass is completed to the tight end, Aaron Shea. And Shea, who has been battered some, makes a play, drops a shoulder, and does some punishing of his own. Last time they met, Moore decked him with a wicked shot to the head. This time, Shea won. This is Chris Howard getting what appears to be a first down before Winfield comes up and nails him. 7:59 to go. First down, Michigan. Greasy, a little play action, got a lot of time out of it, passes away, and it's incomplete. He was looking downfield for Truman, and Truman had broken it off and it was overthrown. Winfield right now has got the bigger numbers. This is Anthony Thomas, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage. You've got Charles Woodson in the ball game now, along with Kevin Bryant. That's 2 and 22. Shaw and Street stay in, so you effectively have 4 wide receivers now on the field out of the shotgun formation. Good blocking up front, giving Greasy time to throw down the middle to Woodson. Woodson on the run, and tripped from behind. A touchdown saving tackle by Antoine Winfield.
Now Winfield's the bottom of your screen. If he doesn't make this tackle, Woodson's in the end zone.
Yep. Well, that's 8 tackles. First down, Michigan at the Ohio State 16-yard line. Run it with Chris Floyd. Inside the 5, down to the 1. Damon Moore finally wrestled big Chris Floyd down. First and goal. Ball to Thomas, touchdown. by Anthony Thomas scoring, but it was the big fullback Chris Floyd that got it close. This ball is taken by Kenyon Rambo, a wide receiver, a freshman, dancing up the sideline. Wolverines leading 7-0. Ohio State with the ball. First down at the 26-yard line. Joe Germain, the quarterback for the Buckeyes. Deep man is Wiley. Boston is still quiet. This is Wiley. Not much. Number 91, Josh Williams, got him first. Fizel was there to help. Second down, 9. Germain hit behind the line of scrimmage by Joaquin Fizel, number 90. Ball at the 17. Woodson and Boston at the bottom of the picture. They go the other way with it. And Matt Keller, the fullback, will get it out to about the 23-yard line, and the Buckeyes will have to punt.
In a field position game, a good punter like Bartholomew is priceless.
Snap is low, but he gets it out all right. Oh, my goodness, look at this. He runs Woodson all the way back to the 22-yard line. Woodson's got one block. Got another block. One more, he's gone. Touchdown, no flag. Katzenmoyer has it. Rumbling down the sideline. Sweat finally takes him down. Andy Katzenmoyer almost scored
2 points.
2 points after blocking the extra point try.
There's a look at the punt return. You know, Keith, Woodson has not returned a punt for more than 15 or 20 yards all season long. In fact, Shaw done a better job of it, but this time he breaks some tackles. The only guy that can break tackles for Winfield gets blocked on the punt return, and the speed of Woodson's going to carry him through this one.
Leandre Brown was the number 18 man who made that last block that freed him. Here's Feely kicking it off. Ball is fielded at the 10-yard line by Michael Wiley. And he brings it up to about the 25-yard line. If they go to it. Nope. Come back this way. Throw it to Pearson. And it is incomplete. Off the hands of Pearson. Second down and 10. Germain throws it over the head of Matt Keller. So that's pressure. James Hall was in his face.
Joe Germain is 1 of 6 completions for 6 yards. This is his 4th possession. The first 3 possessions he was in on, he was 3 and out.
Charles Woodson is back now in the secondary against Boston. They have effectively shut him down so far. That ball is thrown down the middle. He does not catch the ball. It rolled loose, but it was never in possession. Bartholomew is in to punt. This one's a little lower. It's another good kick, but Shaw might have a little room here. He gets a couple of blocks. They didn't get it. Bring up a little Williams.
I know what you mean.
This is Anthony Thomas carrying the ball, and he hits it out to about the 35-yard line. Ty Streets remains quiet today, as does Shaw. Single back, Greasy dropping, pressure coming, setting up something. Got a block for Thomas. And Anthony Thomas got his block, got the ball, and took it big. He's across on the Ohio State side of the field. This is Thomas again, Anthony Thomas. And he keeps the ball. And I think, well, let me wait and see here. He came out.
It's always a problem when the running back or the receiver is fighting for more yardage and somebody is holding on to it.
I think Michigan got
somebody knocked the ball out.
Looked like a blue shirt went after it. And it is Michigan ball. Ball is at the 42-yard line, second down and 3. And it is Floyd. Nothing. He's behind the line of scrimmage. Third down. Greasy looking around. Now he's going to go. He bounced around for a while, but eventually Winfield Garnett came in and got him. Good one. Kicks away. Good kick. Boston takes it at the 5. And it gets help around the corner and can't. Number 57 got a piece of him and slowed him down. And then they finally track him down at the 10, and this penalty flag thrown at the 10-yard line. Illegal use of hands by Ohio State. Wiley out of the end zone. Finds some daylight. Michael Wiley runs it out of the trouble. Gets it all the way across the 20 and out to about the 24. James Whitley, the tackle for Michigan. It's first down, Ohio State. Just let him go. Took him, used his own momentum. Jermaine.
Little dash route, or dash for the quarterback, get outside the pocket.
Now he's across the line of scrimmage by 3 yards.
There are multiple fouls on the play, both against the offense. Ineligible receiver, downfield, illegal forward pass.
Tougher. That's a takedown on Matt Keller at about the 20-yard line. And that's going to run out the clock. So Michigan has no turnovers, only one penalty in the first half. 2 bang-bang plays, and they lead at halftime. Jay Feely kicks it off for Michigan, and the Buckeyes now ready to go in the second half, down by 13 points. This is Rambo, the freshman speedster wide receiver, working his way back to about the 28-yard line before James Whitley brings him down. All right, Jackson settles in at quarterback on first down at the 28-yard line. You have a single back, and Jackson runs a quarterback draw. So they start with a quarterback draw, and it's good for about 6 yards as Deonte Jones makes the tackle. And this is Pearson being caught behind the line of scrimmage by Andre Weathers, who plays the boundary corner position. Blitzing, gets it away, incomplete. And Charles giving him a little more room now that he's experienced the Boomers. And they fake it. And it goes up the middle with Rudzinski, the linebacker, a blocker there. And Rudzinski runs it up the pipe and picks up a first down. John's up against it. He's got to get something going.
Exactly.
20-yard pickup on the play. That's their longest run of the day. Hand the ball off to Pearson. And Pearson is caught and finally dragged down about the 40-yard line. Now here are the Buckeyes trying to go hurry up. That didn't work. They took a time, got organized, and now they take a long count trying to tease the Michigan defense. And now Jackson calls his play. And it's Pepe Pearson wiggling around over the right side and getting across the 35, inside the 35 for a first down. Deonte Jones, the tackle. So from the 35 now for the Buckeyes. Jackson drop, throws it. He's got Miller, and Miller has a first down for Ohio State. It's first and goal, Ohio State at the Michigan 9-yard line. Buckeyes trailing 13-0. Keller, and Matt will have a couple. Boston coming to the bottom of the picture. Jackson throws in the middle. There by Woodson.
D. Miller was going too far straight up the field, and Woodson cut underneath him.
And got his 7th interception of the year to lead the Big Ten Conference from the 20-yard line, Chris Floyd. And knocked down just short of the 20, Andy Katzenmoyer.
Ohio State had some good going, and then the disappointment of taking it away.
That's Anthony Thomas out of Winfield, Louisiana, carrying, and Rudzinski steps up here to get a tackle. It's third down and 10.
Here they come.
kicks away, and it's incomplete.
Ohio State's going to get great field position back after this punt, Keith.
4th down. And the kick is away by Benson. It's a high one, but it's not too long, and Boston drifts under it with a fair catch call at his own 45-yard line, and there they will start. Back goes Jackson. And he's got a problem. Still struggling, now throws it. Intercepted! It's right to Andre Weathers, and Weathers will score a touchdown. Oh, that could be a will breaker. And he was in the grasp of Sam Sword, tried to deliver the ball, simply couldn't do it, and it went right into the stomach of Andre Weathers, who swallowed it.
Sometimes quarterbacks try to do too much.
Yep. Michigan has scored on a 1-yard run, a 78-yard punt return, and a 44-yard interception return, and lead 20-0. The kickoff to Rambo at the 1. With a 16, and that'll do it. DeAndre Brown belted in. First down from the 16-yard line with Joe Germain now in at quarterback. He had to come because Stanley obviously was terribly upset after that last play. Ball is across the 20 and out near the 21 for Matt Keller. Boston's out here on Weathers, but they run it. Michigan defense is on fire now as Rod Renas penetrates and gets the sack, or the loss on the play. It is 3rd and 11 for Ohio State, and they are, to be sure, beleaguered right now. Germain's pass, incomplete. Dee Miller and Germain were not on the same page.
Well, let me tell you, I'm looking downfield. There is nobody open.
Can't find the crack, but Michigan gets the ball back. First down, 48-yard line. And Woodson is at the top of the picture. Greasy lets it go to Ty Streets, and it's a little long. He went down the near side with Ty Streets, who hasn't seen the ball much today. Anthony Thomas in motion. Blitz coming, throw it to Thomas, coming down the middle. He needs to break a tackle, and he couldn't do it. He pops out of that tackle at Damon Moore, and he might still be running.
That was a nice play by Damon Moore. You're right.
It was.
Yes.
Pair of tight ends, Campbell and Toomer. They'll run it. Thomas lost that ball, but he looked like he scooped it back up. And it was on the ground, and the whistles were blowing, so apparently it's still Michigan's ball. Here's Floyd trying to wedge out a yard or so, and that's just about what he gets. 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And that ball is off the hands of Anthony Thomas. Couldn't reel it in. 3rd down and 9. And down goes Greasy behind the line of scrimmage with number 95, Jim Bell, out of Youngstown, fighting through there to get him for the sack. And Michigan will punt. And David Boston waits for Jason Benson's 8th punt of the day. Penalty flag. Not a very good kick. Will not be returned. It's out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. It's only a 30-yard punt.
Repeat, 4th down, 5-yard penalty.
So here's the re-kick after the penalty. Oh, it comes bouncing back, and it's almost blocked. I don't know how in the world he got it out, but he did. And it hits like a knuckleball, and it goes dead at about the 28-yard line. So Ohio State trailing 20-0 with 6:04 to play in the 3rd quarter will start at their own 28-yard line. It's Joe Germain at quarterback. It's Pepe Pearson with the ball. Marcus Ray and company. 2nd down and 4 for Ohio State. Germain looking to throw it. It's Miller. Miller's got the 1st down. Moves the ball out to the 44-yard line. David Boston still has no receptions. Going big. Yeah, he's got one. Oh, my goodness. turns around and taunts Charles Woodson.
He's just going to run right by him. Woodson is beat. Now he catches up and doesn't find the ball. Jermaine gets it out there, and David brings it in.
Oh, the officials have huddled now as to what to do about this. Here's the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct call against Ohio State.
And that comes on the extra point try.
Well, Keith, I think the most important thing here is that, Ohio State's behind, but 3 touchdowns will give them 21 points if they convert. But right now, he has to go back to field goal range for the conversion for 1 point. If he doesn't make it, that means they've got to go for 2 just to be ahead by 1, Keith. It's a big mistake if he doesn't make it.
Dan Stoltz has a big leg. 35 yards. It's good. To play in the 3rd quarter. This youngster's got a big leg. Yard deep in the end zone for Anthony Thomas. And Thomas is back to the 18-yard line. First down and 10. This is Anthony Thomas pounding ahead for about 5 yards. Got 6 yards on that first down play. Reese flushed. Goes to the 30, and that's a first down. Andy Katzenmoyer brought him down. Blitz coming. It's Moore, and they run it inside. Moore can't quite get there in time. 2nd and 8. Thomas. First down. That's a tough run.
It was a well-blocked.
Good blocking. John Jansen's now moved over to the left tackle spot. Dave Brant's moved up into the guard spot. And Zeman's gone over to a tackle. Another loss of a body in that offensive front. That tackle is made by Kevin Johnson on Anthony Thomas. And he'll pick up a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Thomas again. Boy, that's tough stuff. He's got another first down at the Ohio State 46-yard line. First down for the Wolverines. Tubin has been pretty quiet today so far. Made 1 great catch. That's a long ball on the ground, and the fight's on, and it's Ohio State's football. So the Wolverines turn it over at midfield. All right, it's first down just inside the 50-yard line. Wolverines try to blitz. They do. They get to Jermaine. They knock him down. Rob Renus. Oh, it's a loss of very close to 10 yards. They're going to call it 2nd down and 19. Put it back at the 40. This is Keller. And Steele and Williams get him. 81 Steele, 91 Josh Williams. To the final quarter of play in this 94th renewal of Michigan-Ohio State, being played in Ann Arbor at Michigan Stadium. Michigan leads 20-7. Ohio State with the football, 3rd down and 17. Jermaine on the shotgun. Boston gets his 2nd catch of the day in front of Ian Gold, but it is not a first down. So they'll have to punt on 4th and 3.
Well, they're lining up to punt. They ran the fake from their own 35-yard line, but I don't know if they do this twice in a row.
Woodson going deep for Bartholomew's kick. Woodson's got it at the 10. Needs a little help. He's in trouble. And he's down at the 10. Boys are getting pretty feisty now. Officials have to get in the middle of it quickly.
A new center in there for Michigan, Keith.
Had to do it because Adamy could barely stand up. The pass is away to the sidelines to Anthony Thomas from the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 17-18.
Well, they've already moved 3 guys around that offensive line right now.
It's been a tough day on the offensive front. Ball is dropped by Greasy, and he'll take it and take the hit. Did not get off the snap cleanly.
Well,
At 13.5 minutes to play, it's Michigan ball, 3rd down and 4, just outside their own 15. A punt from here is going to give Ohio State very good field position, and they're coming. The ball is loose. It is picked up by the Buckeyes, and it is down at about the 2-yard line. Jerry Rudzinski knocked the ball loose.
and Ohio State is right back in this ballgame.
1st and goal to go at the 2-yard line. Number 35 is Rudzinski diving on it. Turnovers.
Sure, every time.
Yes, sir. Germain to Pearson. Touchdown. The punter, Bartholomew, holds for the extra point. Stoltz will kick it. Snapper is Kevin Hauser. Good. Buckeyes kick it off. Stoltz hammers it. Coming up on it is Anthony Thomas. And Thomas gets it out to about the 33-yard line. Roll it out and throw it off the hands of Aaron Shea. Tight end. So Ray Jackson comes out, and that puts Anthony Thomas back into the deep back position, and he gets the ball. Buckeyes bring him down at about the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8. They show blitz. Passes away to Thomas. Thomas has the 1st down at the 45-yard line. Thomas now has 75 yards on 7 catches. That's given to Chris Floyd, fullback, and he's good for 2. 2nd down, penalty flag. Everybody pointing at each other, and I think the movement's on the Michigan side, the offensive line.
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
Pass to the sidelines to Anthony Thomas, and a sure solid tackle by Antoine Winfield. 3rd down and 12. Trips at the top of the picture. They got him. Benson's punt. Fair caught at the 26-yard line by David Boston. It's at the 27-yard line. 1st down, Ohio State. 9:58 to play in the game. Michigan 20, Ohio State 14. Joe Germain is the quarterback. That carry to Pepe Pearson, and it's good for 6 yards. This is Pearson. 2nd effort, close to a 1st down. 1st down from the 37 now for Ohio State, and that 1st down was solely the possession of Pearson. They blitz. They break it and move the football again. This is Pearson. Second down and 3. This is Keller. And he's just short of his 1st down, or at least it seems so from where they've marked it.
Time is not a concern now for Ohio State. They have run the last 4 or 5 plays for a very nice average.
It is a concern, however, for Michigan, because if they keep grinding it out on the ground here, there's a hard tackle by Marcus Ray on the ball carrier Pearson, but he's got his 1st down. Pearson. Josh Williams behind the line of scrimmage. Back to the 45-yard line. Germain back, lets it go down the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for D. Miller. At least he was the closest man to the ball. See where they are. The 6 up front. Now they peel off. Jermaine rolls. He's looking for Miller. He's not there. They go the other way, and it is incomplete, intended for David Boston in front of Marcus Ray. Snap's good. Kick is high and hanging. Woodson comes up for a fair catch at the 17, so it's not as deep as they wanted. Michigan's ball, first down. Ryan Greasy is at quarterback. Chris Floyd is the fullback, and he bangs in for about 3, maybe 4 yards.
This is a critical defensive series for Ohio State. Stop them, make them go 3 and out.
Michigan's got enough points, I think, to move it on down the field. A couple of first downs. This is Floyd, and they're looking for him now, and he's down right at the line of scrimmage. Demetrius Smith is at fullback. Greasy back, throws it to Thomas, and ball's thrown very quickly and quite hard, and he couldn't reel it in. Benson, spinning kick. Some room for Berry. Penalty flag as Berry is tackled short of the 45. It's against Ohio State. Fist is closed. That's holding. Jermaine's pass down the middle intended for Lumpkin is too high. Marcus Ray was covering, but Lumpkin could not run it down. Pepe Pearson ran into Glenn Steele and Josh Williams and James Hall. Bartholomew's punt. Woodson comes up and calls for a fair catch. And it'll be Michigan football at their own 38-yard line with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to play. Anthony Thomas, the freshman from Louisiana, a 220-pounder, running behind Steve Hutchinson. Thomas again, bouncing outside. Damon Moore coming over to help Andy Katzenmoyer. 3rd down and 7. They really sorely need a first down. The blitz is coming. The ball is thrown. They're lucky to get it back. My goodness, that was almost intercepted. Katzenmoyer
tried a little quick screen, and the blitz was there.
Low kick. Hits the ground. Tail dragger rolling toward the sidelines. No return at the 16-yard line. And a minute 35 to play in the game. Joe Jermaine under pressure, throws. It is incomplete. He threw on his way down, and Jim Kimberling says nothing doing.
Glenn Steele stepping up. What is this, his 3rd sack today? He came in with 5. Big guys, big players step up in big games, and Steele has done that today.
Jermaine from near his goal line throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Dave Miller, and Woodson is jumping up and down. The ball went right between his hands.
Almost picked that off.
Pass completed to Boston. David Boston down at the 16 by Ian Gold. They've got to go to the 26 to get a first down.
The clock keeps running. It's not a first down, so it's 4th down.
50 seconds. Intercepted. Incomplete.
He's going right over the middle. There are 3 or 4 Wolverines there, but he's going to Boston, his money man. And that's where all the Wolverines were.
Sam Sword almost had an interception, but it was Ian Gold in front and knocked the ball up in the air and almost tipped it. Well, let's watch the play. Listen to this crowd. A record crowd.